Hello and welcome in, everybody. We are here with a very special guest. It is the champion of the Fragpunk Hub Brawl #1. It's gonna be Lyphnix from LC. How you doing, Lyphnix?
Hey, doing good. Was some fun games.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little
Wow.
bit about yourself?
Well, we started or I started playing Fragpunk once it came out. I didn't really play in beta, but before that, I came from a bunch of other FPS games, mainly Valorant though. I played a lot of Valorant in the past, a bit of CS and some Apex and Overwatch, but I love hero shooters. I fall in love with hero shooters for some reason.
Well, you're amongst the right people. You could definitely have a chat with Artie afterwards, a coach of Valorant. But nonetheless, Lyphnix, it wasn't the easiest victory. We saw 2-6-4s, a 6-3 loss, and then a landslide victory. I want to ask within the first map, before we got to the switching half, we were at 3-2. You were on the back foot. What was the one thing that got you to push yourself to get that victory in the first map?
Well, honestly, we've played quite a bit with each other. I mean, Apier hasn't played as much with the other guys because we had to switch someone out of our team. But other than that, like we've played with each other for so long, we're pretty used to being either on close games or sometimes, behind. So it honestly for us it's not a problem. Even when we're behind, we're super comfortable. We don't tilt. We know what to do and we just keep going.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
I'm just gonna do a quick follow-up, Artie. A quick
Yeah,
follow-up.
go for
Once
it.
we got to that a loss, I want to talk about that loss. You lost 6-3. It was a lot harsher than it was against the first two and your last map. Was there in any shape or form a demoralization? Like, how did you go from a 6-3 loss to a 6-0 win? What shifted amongst the team?
Honestly, we just aren't super comfortable on that map yet. We didn't put as much time as with other maps, so we understood that that was probably one of the weaker maps that we could have played. So once we got to Naos, we understood that that map, like, we're super comfortable on. We've played a bunch in ranked, like, not a bunch in scrims. We haven't played as many scrims. We mainly been doing offline stuff, but we're just a lot more comfortable at Naos. So we honestly didn't mind the ACHED. We kind of took it as a learning curve. We're gonna VOD review it and see what we could do better. So
Awesome. Yeah, and one thing I want to say is that while we were watching this, it kind of felt to us like there was a lot of times where good boys would invest a ton of points into some shard cards, and then it felt like they weren't playing with them in mind. But for you guys, it always felt like you were making adjustments based on the cards. And I kind of want to ask, how much of your brain presence is kind of going towards what cards are in play at any given time? Do you forget about it sometimes? Is it important to you? Or how do you feel like the cards have been affecting your games?
So for me, it's actually what makes Fragpunk so fun because every round is gonna be played differently based off of cards. Some rounds you understand that you can kind of save and wait for better cards because the cards won't pop up again on that same half. So it is quite hard at the start, especially when you're only learning the cards as well. For new players, it can be a bit overwhelming, but just taking it slow will be really good. Yeah, you have to keep reminding yourself. And I think what helps sometimes when there's important cards, you just tell your teammates, like you remind them. So everyone understands like this is the card we're playing around, or as well as that,
Yeah.
what cards you have to play against is super important too.
Yeah, I think especially like we're so used to like trying not to backseat our teammates, but I feel like in Fragpunk, like I did that in the beginning where I'm like, I'm not gonna like mention it, but now it's like I like to be reminded towards the end of the game of like, it's been a minute and a half. My brain doesn't last very long. Brain rotted because of TikTok or whatever. And so I can't remember what cards are placed. I like being reminded too. So yeah, I'm so happy that you mentioned like you bring it up to your teammates because even at the highest of level, that's what happens. So that's really great. I want to say, what is so far, what is the #1 like thing that is bothering you about Fragpunk that you'd like to see fixed in season 1.5 or season 2?
For tournaments or for ranked?
For tournaments, for ranked, like the state of the game. I know that there's been a lot of talks about the utility pistols. What's your thoughts on all that?
So personally, I think there should be a tiny bit of weapon balancing, both for secondaries and for primaries. Primaries mainly high life. I think the high life is a bit oppressive currently, where it's really hard to play against the sniper because it's hard to bait out the shot and be able to do anything off of it. And in certain occasions, it's also hard to refrag a high life.
Yeah.
So if someone's like really good with the high life, it's a super strong weapon. For secondaries, in tournaments, I think you should get 1 secondary per round. Because right now it's 2 per half. So if you die and you lose 2 pistols, you have no pistols left yourself. You have to ask from your teammates or they might have none left as well. So I think 1 per round would be really good. And for ranked, I think it should be maybe 2 per round. But it shouldn't be, you know, you're able to drop 6 pistols in 1 round because you've got a super strong card.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I think that's for at least the weapons.
I have to then ask, on the contrary, what in this game, because as I said, first tournament for you guys, what in this game has surprised you the most, and what are you loving about this game compared to the others?
What I love about this game, I mean, I said it a bit earlier as well. Like, the cards are super fun because it doesn't really get too boring. Even once you know all the cards and you know which ones are strong or which ones are a bit weaker, which ones you can skip. I feel like it just makes the game so much more fun because it's not like Valorant or CS where you're stuck to that one character that you have to play for the rest of the game, or you're only stuck with X amount of util you can have. You can swap character, you can play around the cards. It's super interactive, I'd say. That's what's the most fun out of like the FPS games I've played lately. It makes it stand out a lot for me.
Absolutely.
100%.
And again, we have to say congratulations to you. Did you have anything else before we close it off here?
For me, that's it. Lyphnix, do you want to shout yourself out, shout your team out, anything before we go?
I mean, honestly, I'll just like talk a tiny bit about the team.
Go for it.
And I guess that could be it. So, I mean, I only met 2 of my teammates right when we started playing Fragpunk, and I'd like to thank them for so far playing along because it's been super fun. So Vika and Fusker I haven't really played with now. Apier and Tikax I've known for a while, but this is like all of our kind of last chance at esports, which is LC, last chance, the team name, right?
I see.
So we're all kind of bonded together into this one team where we're giving esports our last chance before, you know, going our separate ways. So I hope people can also tag along. All of us stream except Apier. So I'd like to shout out Fusker and Vico mainly. They stream basically every day. Fusker streams the game like fucking 6 or 8 hours a day. That guy's crazy. I don't know how he plays ranked for that long. He's actually insane. He's over 4,000 elo currently in Punkmaster. So yeah.
Amazing. Alrighty, well, hey, Lyphnix, thank you so much. And for the entire LC squad, congratulations on your hard-earned win. You guys definitely deserve it. And we hope to see you at future Fragpunk Hub tournaments.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for hosting everything as well. And thank you for everyone watching. I appreciate all you guys.
You're
Thanks so
welcome.
much.
You're
And
welcome.
lastly, shout out to Zutriv. He's my goat.
Shout out to Zotriv. Absolutely. And actually with that leads me into it all. Everybody in chat, thank you guys so much for supporting these tournaments. Thank you for supporting Fragpunk Hub. Big shout out to Zotriv. Big shout out to EGL, to all of our staff in the background, like Moon, like Sherry, Hero, Ishmi, Sugi, everybody that is taking part in this tournament. Huge shout out to you, Hyperactive, being here with me the entire time, and shout out to all of our teams who signed up for the tournament and competed. With Fragpunk launching on consoles later this month, there's going to be a lot more competitive excitement coming here, not only to Fragpunk itself, but also here to Fragpunk Hub and our partner EGL for some more tournaments. So if you guys want to see some more tournaments coming up on Fragpunk, make sure to follow us.